Hey everyone, it's Amy Lynn Durham, and you're listening to Create Magic at Work. Create Magic at Work is on a mission to equip senior leaders with tools they need to be a true servant leader and actually understand what that means. Improve employee engagement, retain top talent, and transform your workplace culture to have less stress and drama. So let's start making magic. Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of my mini-series, Create Magic at Work, Practical Tools to Ignite Human Connection. And I am so grateful and excited that you have tuned in to listen to this mini-series. My hope and my wish is that these exercises and these activities will give you an inspiration or some sort of spark within you that ignites your own creativity that you can take and utilize in the workplace to bring everyone together, to see the humanity in each other, and ultimately help each other become more courageous and vulnerable. So first, I would just like to say congratulations for tuning in and listening, because you are being courageous and vulnerable by wanting to hear these connecting exercises and daring to set an intention or forge a connection that will really ignite your teams. Today, I'm going to talk about 2 different activities and exercises, and I'm going to walk you through doing them personally while you're listening. One is called my Dare to Dream exercise. And this was inspired from my corporate executive days working with my team and really feeling the energy that they were feeling tired and burnt out. And, the question in my mind was, why are we dedicating so much of our life and our hours to this work if we're not going to feel fulfilled in life by it overall and have a well-balanced life? So I came up with this Dare to Dream exercise, and it helps cultivate the feelings of the grass is green right here, because oftentimes when we are in the workplace or when we're entrepreneurs, we are constantly searching for that next thing that might make us feel fulfilled or that we've made it, rather than pausing and taking a moment to appreciate where we are today and what can we do with the tools that we do have today. So if you're looking to incorporate a versatile creative activity into your group meetings or individually with a team member or a client, you can do this virtual or in person. This Dare to Dream exercise is a perfect choice. You can facilitate it for 15 minutes or up to an hour, depending on the number of participants and the amount of sharing that you allow from each individual. But what I ask you to do, if you're listening now, is to visualize the removal of the perception of what we have to do, quote unquote, have to do, and replacing it with choices. This is going to result in a huge stress reduction and cultivate feelings of empowerment. If you do this with your team, you're going to give your team permission to work on their personal goals outside of work. And this is going to build loyalty and a return on this time investment of doing this activity that's going to last a lifetime. So I'm going to walk you through this exercise yourself, and then you can replicate it with your teams if you like. What I'd like you to do is think about, and if you can, I don't know if you're driving, but if you can close your eyes, try to take a few breaths, feel calm, grounded. You can even pause this podcast if you'd like to do that and then regroup. And then take a moment to imagine your life and what it would look like if you never had to work again or earn a paycheck. What would your life look like? What would you do with the rest of your life if you never had to work again or earn a paycheck? What happens when you release the belief that you have to wake up and earn a paycheck every day to get by? Imagine you have everything you need financially. What does that feel like? What does that look like? Now what? So at this moment, if you're facilitating a group, you could let your team spend a few minutes in silence, visualizing what life would look like under these circumstances. Once you've had a moment to really embody that energy, you can ask each person in the group to open their eyes. And now they can write down for the next 5 to 10 minutes a list of 5 things they would do or that they visualized if they never had to work a day in their life again. When everyone's finished compiling their lists, open the group for sharing and discussion. And remember, not everyone's required to share, but everyone is welcome to, and they will always have a voice in the group if they would like to use it. So that's a little bit of the offering of psychological safety in sharing. As the leader or the coach facilitating this exercise, at the end of the meeting, you can require each individual to pick at least 2 items on the list that they're committing to accomplishing right now or within a certain time frame. The reality is most people do have to get up and go to work every day to earn a paycheck. But the reality also is if you prioritize your time and goals appropriately, you can accomplish many things that you may think you can't accomplish because you're telling yourself, I have to work. Hey, Magic Makers, Amy here. Listen, I wanted to say to all of you, don't get hung up on the word spiritual. Spiritual intelligence is a faith-neutral practice, and it can be accessed by almost anyone. Your spiritual intelligence experience will be unique to you, and often it starts with making wise and compassionate decisions for yourself, and also working on boundaries and protecting your energy. Let me help guide you to lose the stress and overwhelm and feel that deeper sense of meaning in your life. Spiritually intelligent people practice making wise and compassionate decisions even under great stress and maintain inner and outer peace while doing so. You can't fake spiritual intelligence, but with some inner work, you'll be able to feel and exude this energy, and everybody around you will notice and want to follow suit. Think about what your ripple effect is in this world and how you want to leave it. If you're interested in going on this transformational journey, reach out to me. Email Amy at createmagicatwork.net or go to createmagicatwork.net/work with me. Sending magic to everyone. So what did you visualize? If you embodied that energy right now with me, imagining that you have everything you need financially, and now what? What would you do with your life? What would your life look like? What were some of those things that came up that you envisioned? Can you make time for a couple of those things in your life today? In the past, when I've moderated this exercise, I've had some really serious as well as humorous goals achieved. I've had people note that they would like to travel more, and they name specific destinations like a trip to Europe or going to see Machu Picchu. And when they share that out loud with others, especially if you're their leader, it almost gives them permission to pursue that and not wait until that, well, when I get done with this project, then maybe I'll do that. Or at this next point in my life, maybe I'll do that. We want to see this dream incorporated in your life today. So I've also seen participants write down fitness and health goals. Fitness is often something that I've seen people who work long hours sacrifice. And if you can inspire yourself and others to dedicate time to their health and wellness, it's going to pay you back hundreds of times over in sound decision-making and positive leadership. Not to mention the savings and health costs and losses to the business if or when someone might have to take a medical leave or have stress issues or something like that. So I hope you enjoyed this Dare to Dream exercise. I think the biggest key to add to this is to set a deadline for yourself and for your team about when you would like to accomplish these personal goals and how one might incorporate this into their life today. So the goal is you come up with 5 things you would do if you never had to work again, just to recap. And maybe you pick 2 of those 5 on the list to try to incorporate in your life today, rather than waiting until ... right? Mark them on your calendars. follow up with casual conversations with everyone to see how their progress has been. Definitely don't follow up as if this is a work, task, or project. This should not be a stressful task that someone has to accomplish. This should be something that is adding value and balance to your life. So I challenge all of you to really if you need to rewind this episode, rewind it, but take some time, close your eyes. What would your life look like if you never had to work again? And if you had all of the money you needed to be financially stable, what would you do with your life and what would that look like? Write those 5 things down. Pick maybe even one that you can try to incorporate in your life today and try to embody that energy today and see what happens in your life and see what happens with your team. And don't forget to dare to dream. If you'd like a copy of the Dare to Dream exercise, all you have to do is email me directly, amy@createmagicatwork.net, and I will send you a free download version of the Dare to Dream exercise, and you can utilize this for yourself or with your team. Thank you so much for listening to part 2 of the mini-series Create Magic at Work, Practical Tools to Ignite Human Connection. Stay tuned for part 3 of the mini-series where we talk about intention setting and journaling with a twist. Sending magic to all of you. Hey everyone, it's Amy here. Thank you for listening to the latest episode of Create Magic. Please come back often and subscribe, rate, and the podcast. Keep joining us for more exciting episodes where we help you transform workplace culture to systems that create less drama and stress and have high productivity and profitability. You can get your own tools for the workplace at createmagicatwork.net. I have a new Create Magic at Work, the journal that just released, and it invites about different themes for work in your career. Each section of the journal contains a topic, an affirmation, and 2 prompt questions to help you journal your thoughts. Topics are inspiring others, mentorship, expansion, and productivity. So connect with me at createmagicatwork.net. Also with me on LinkedIn, Amy Durham. Sending magic to everyone, and see you next time.